Hello Daydreamers! Welcome to Total FOTS with the Carlist Wars mod. This is Dario. Hello. And welcome to a new campaign. Here we are playing, this time, as United Kingdom, Great Britain. Los hijos de la Gran Bretaña. Here we are at El Peñón in Gibraltar. And I've done over 50 videos on this mod. I think playing with all the factions except this one. This is the last one that we haven't played. We just finished some campaign with Portugal, and it's time now to play as the British. Now this is quite different to the others, and I'm gonna treat it as I'm gonna explain a little bit how this goes. If you have already seen other campaigns that we have already covered, well, you already know everything about this, but I'm gonna treat it as something new, because it's a new faction, the first episode, and maybe some people are just coming in for the first time. So, the Carlist Wars mod, this is made by one developer, izzi, EFS. You can find on the video description a link to the mod Discord and his izzi's YouTube channel as well, and his Patreon if you're willing and able to support him. So let me tell you a little bit about this mod. Actually, it's quite dark now. It's the end of winter. We're gonna pass turn, and very soon we're gonna get into spring, and you're gonna see how beautiful and how bright it turns. Not that it's not beautiful now, it is. Look at all the details in here. But it's very dark. Actually, now that I think about it, izzi, if you watch this, I don't know if it should be better to start actually with the map in spring, that you see it very bright and all that, but you will see the difference. There's a ton of work still pending to do. I'm playing with the Alpha 59 build. There's already an Alpha 60 available actually to the public, because Alpha 60 is the first build for the custom battles, Carlist Wars custom battles mod, which is available both on Steam Workshop and ModDB. The links will be in the video description as well. And you can play custom battles with all the factions that are in this mod. You have the British, you have the Spanish Liberals, you have the Carlist, of course. They're here in the north, if I can get there. My hometown, I'm from Santander. La Cabronia from Cantabria. You have the Portuguese, that were the last factions made for the mod, and we just did a campaign with that. The Portuguese Liberals and the Portuguese Miguelists, and then we have in France. Stop. Okay, we have the French. That I think is the July. Yeah, the July. It's not a monarchy. July. What's it called? I don't remember. Well, the French, the frogs, pardon my French. Anyway, so the biggest, on the main purpose of this mod, is the Carlist Wars, right? So it's the conflict between the Spanish Carlists and the Spanish Liberals. However, you can play with all the other factions as well. And there's an event, a scripted event, after turn 12, so when you enter turn 13, there is a scripted event in where public order goes to hell, both for the Spanish Liberals and for the French. Now, this is because, you know, the Spanish Liberals have, and the French both, they have like 45 regions or something like that, a ton. And it's actually very hard to manage at the beginning. It's quite complicated because you need to, in this mod, some things are very, very special. You have to pay a lot of attention to the resources. So playing as the British is very easy because we only have one region to manage. So at the beginning, we are gonna start passing turns like crazy. However, with the Liberals and the French, well, the first turn, I don't know how long it took me, maybe like 3 hours, looking off camera as well, where I was gonna build what. Because you have to specialize. So if you can see here, we have a building slot in here, and you can do cannon range, for example. This cannon range, once you build this building, then it has a ramification. Oh, well, you can see it here as well. The infantry school. No, this one is level 3 already, so it's already infantry. At level 2, you would be able to choose if you want infantry or cavalry, but you can't have both at the same time. So you will need another. Can I build? I cannot build another infantry one actually here. But this, because it's only one region, so it's a little special. But if you go to the cannon range, after you build the level 1, you would be able to choose if you want cannons or you want siege batteries. If you have to choose one or the other, so this one will give you, if you go by the tree of the cannons, you will have we have 6-pounders here, right? It would go then to 9-pounders, 12-pounders, etc. Or you can choose the other ramification and go to the siege cannons, and you get mortars and blah blah blah, siege cannons and all that. But you can't have both, so you have to choose one in each city. So you have to plan very well because they are very expensive. The first one here you will see is 1800, and we start with 51,000 gold. So it's nothing. However, the income is not very big, and it will take you several turns to give you an idea. Look at the district here, the city. If you want to go up in the chain, it's 20,000. So it's not that cheap anymore. It's hard to get your money, and if you destroy one building, you don't get any funds back. So yes, you can destroy and start another one, but you lose all the money that you have spent in that tree. So that makes it very, very tactical. You have to think where you're gonna build what, and try not to make a mistake, because otherwise you lose a ton of money. So let's say in Cádiz I want to build the cannons, and the Sevilla I'm gonna build the siege cannon, and you have two different things in there. Now the more regions you have, the more you have to pay attention what are you gonna do, and your neighbors and all that. And this brings me back to the resources. Very, very important in this mod, because if you don't have resources, you don't get trade income. So you can see, for example, here, if you want to expand your city, here it says that you can't. We do have the money, so why cannot we build it? Boom. Required resource not available. You need a stone, and we don't have it. So what do? You either start trading with someone that has it. In this case, the Spanish liberals, they do have it. So if we can ask for trade, actually are the only ones that we have a contact right now. If they agree to trade, let me see. These are our goods. This is their goods, right? So they have coal. They have copper. They have timber. They should have stone as well. Still, yeah, and stone. So we can get it from them, and then we can use that because we have access to stone. Then we can build other things. Or you can declare war on them and go take. There's a stone mine in here, and take Malaga and say the stone is mine now. The Stone Age. We are in the Stone Age in Gibraltar, guys. My goodness. So the resources are very, very important, and if you don't have any resources, your exports are gonna be garbage, because you're gonna be exporting, I don't know, socks and t-shirts, maybe something like that that is worth nothing. Now, in this case, the United Kingdom has a little bit of an advantage, you could say, because we have trade nodes assigned to them. So you can see here we have. I don't know why it says France, but I think it's ours. Well, anyway, let's come back here, and we can show you in the trade tab. Boom. So we have Orient trade, North Europe, and America's trade, and we are getting all these resources: tobacco, coffee. That actually all these things you cannot cultivate or produce in the peninsula or in Europe. So all these are pretty good, even though we're not getting much money. But we have all these things. Look at the prices. That when we get a trade agreement with, hopefully the liberals are going to agree to it, we will be able to export all of this to them. And look at the prices. Not acquire. So actually, iron is very expensive now that I look at it. More expensive than anything that we have. Well, we have to see how that works then. What is this? Oh, the tariffs. Okay. So if you don't have resources, you can't get any income. And the export is very, very important because the taxes doesn't give you much. We have 546 income from tax, which is very, very low. Now, I was looking off camera, and actually, we can only trade with the Kingdom of the Liberals, and I don't have any spies or anything, any agent to try to go and find other factions. So, the Spanish Liberals are going to have the crackdown starting on turn 13. After you pass turn 12, rebels are going to spawn all over the place, and it's going to take a couple turns, so turn 14, 15, something like that. Some regions are going to disappear from them, and other factions are going to take control of it, and they're going to spawn in the map, and you're going to be able to attack them or trade with them, etc. But until then, what do? We declare war directly, or we trade? I think we're going to trade. See if we can get the stone, and I can build more stuff and all that. And maybe trading with them, it will open the route to find other factions. And if not, what I'm gonna do, I'm thinking, is that I'm gonna destroy this tavern, even though it gives us happiness and blah blah blah. And we're not very happy, actually, because a lot of industrialization, blah blah. To get some building that gives me an agent. So we can recruit an agent and start moving him around. That's the plan. But before anything, I'm going to start building the cannon range right off the bat. And when that's done, I'm going to go for siege cannons, because to take other cities, if they have walls and all that, well, they all will have walls. Depending on the size they have, it's going to be bigger or not, right? These are level 2, etc. Now, that's another important thing in this mod. Right now, as I think already the build 58, the one that we tried before, there are no more Japanese castles. So when we go to battle, in a siege battle, there's going to be a fort that is made by izzi and wooden forts. And depending on the level of the city, it will be bigger or smaller. Now, they have cannons of their own, even if the faction, here you can see that they only have the 2 garrison units. The fort in itself will have cannons, and it will be very, very hard to attack. So siege cannons are going to be the bread and butter, I think. When I get this done, I might recruit 1 or 2 6-pounders, and that's it. And then I'm going to go for the siege cannons. So units. We cannot. We don't have naval units yet. They will be made later on. Izzi will work on that later on. It's not a priority. Even though I did mention to him that he was thinking about it, that maybe we could get a transport ship first. So only a transport ship that cannot. I don't know. It cannot fight. So if I get a transport ship and Spain liberals have another, we cannot encounter and fight on the sea, right? But we can transport units. So maybe I can get an army loaded there and send it, I don't know, to Catalonia or Alicante here. And I want Alicante because whatever reason. Do they have anything? I want the coal or whatever. Or a silver mine that they have in... where is the silver mine? I think it's around... well, that's... Oh, well, whatever. Gold mine. I want it. Whatever it is. And you go... you move their army and land there. And that would also open the possibility to come to Africa, which now is pretty barren. This is for future interactions of the mod. But we do have cities. So, hey, what if I want to go see Morocco, for example? So maybe we could do that. Right? Would be interesting. But anyway, This mod is ways from what the idea that Izzi has for this mod is way a ton of work to do. We have here, for example, the where is it? The Isles. Okay. So this one is this is Sardinia, right? It's empty right now, but eventually this will have cities and etc. Like for example, this one in Corsica, we have the French. Now, what happens that as it is right now, because we don't have ships and naval units, if you play as the French or in the Balearic Islands, if you play as Spain, when they rebel, there's no way to hold it or take it back, because you can't go there. So unless you start build that you don't have even a building slot, so you cannot build a military academy or anything to get any army. So this you lose it right away, and there's no way to take it back. So eventually, when we have if we have transport ships, for example, what I was mentioning, maybe you can go and get it back. But anyway, for now, we don't have it. But we have a ton of other stuff. You will also see, let me go back to the British, that we are playing as them. Units that we can recruit. Now, this is a little different than from all the others, because the Spanish liberals, the Carlists, the Portuguese, etc., the units are divided into different levels. Like you have the provincial, for example. You have the provincial line Fusiliers, provincial line Cazadores, provincial line Grenadiers. And then you have the line. Once you upgrade the building, you have line Grenadiers, line Fusiliers, line blah blah blah. And you go upscaling like that. But because, I don't know, it's harder to get all the type of buildings, etc. Here, the British have a different units available. So sappers is the same, other factions they have it, but we have here Foot Grenadiers, Gordon Highlanders, Foot Fusilier, Skirmishers, the Cameron Highlanders, Foot Infantry, and Yeomanry. But we don't have the Cazadores, we don't have the provincial units, for example. And there is a cap. I don't know how it works with United Kingdom, because it's the first time that I play with them. But with the other factions, you have a cap. So depending on how many cities you have at each level, you can get so many units of infantry, so many units of cavalry, etc. Now here, I don't know what the cap is gonna be, because even though the units are very good, since we only have one region, eventually we're gonna hit a cap, and then we're gonna force us to conquer other regions and get into wars and all that. This war is total war, right? If everything is happy and fun and everybody's happy and make love no war, what's the point of this, right? You go play SimCity or whatever. Anyway, so another thing, the units, sorry. You can see here that it says Gordon Highlanders at the top. Tier 1, Flint, small, I don't know how to say that. SD. This SD, this is the summer dress. So there will be a script event later on in which there's gonna be summer dress and winter dress. If you play the custom battles right now, you have both available. So you can play it, you can have a look at the mod right now. There is available to the public. And you can have battles on in winter with snow maps, for example. And if you choose summer dress units, they are going to freeze to death and they're going to have a ton of penalties to their stats. And vice versa. If you go to a summer summer weather and you play with the winter dress, and you're going to see a ton of maluses in there. So right now here we only have summer dress, but the script event will be when now, for example, the summer is going to kick in when the spring starts, and we are fine. Now when we get into winter though in the campaign, we are going to have penalties. Now the thing is that the other regular armies will have the same penalties as we do. So it lowers the morale, it lowers your accuracy, reloading skill, and everything. But the rebels, which are pretty bad in power, they are pretty shitty. However, in winter, you have to be careful with them because they do not suffer those penalties, and that's where it gets tricky. It balances it a little bit. It is quite nice. But anyway, so after all that, I've been talking a lot, just explaining a little bit, and we will look into more stuff as we go in. Now, let me see for the arts or the technologies. Actually, this will change a lot. Now, you could see with the units that we have a tier 1, right? Eventually, later on, you can see the tier 1 flint and summer-dress, right? The tier 1 goes from 1833 that we are starting in this mod, the first Carlist War, up to 1840. So 1841 to 1850 there will be tier 2, and eventually we will get other units that I don't know if Izzy already worked on that or still has to do all those units. Probably still has to do it. For the custom battles, it will be like that as well. We have more tiers and different eras to play. Now, as that goes on, EC plans to add, like, I don't know if it's gonna be 1840, 50, or whenever it's gonna be, Italy. There's some part of the map in here. It will be expanded, and there will be Italian cities with factions, etc. There's another era where the French are gonna be colonizing Africa, etc. So there's gonna be a ton of stuff with the mod, but we have to go right now with the first part, that is the first Carlist War. But just to let you know that this also affects the technologies. So the tier 1, it will have, this is just a placeholder, so all these technologies will vary. We have tier 1, tier 2, tier 3, and I think it goes all the way to tier 8, if I remember correctly. I told that with EC before. Anyway, for now, I'm gonna go for European military doctrine. That is gonna give us a square formation, +1 to the loyalty of generals, -1% to the cost of recruiting units, +1 to the accuracy of modern rifle units, -1 to the recruitment cost, and enables rank fire. Rank fire is very useful. The square formation not as much because it's gonna be long time before we face any cavalry, but well, it's good to have it. We could go for this too. +1 to ammunition, enables the nil fire ability, suppression fire, and -1 to the cost of recruiting units. Actually, I don't know. This is 12 turns. I think rank fire actually is very good because you know, this is similar to Empire Total War. If you have seen the fire by rank, it's the same thing. The first line shoots, they kneel, stand up. The second line shoots, they kneel. The third line shoots, and you get a ton of fire from that. I'm gonna go for this. Yeah. Anyway, so what do we do now? We can't really build. So the first order of things is see if we can get trade with the liberals. I'm afraid they're gonna ask a ton of money, and the one kidney and something like that. Let's see. They are unfriendly too. There are other things we need to attend to. So speak what you have to say. How about trade? Satisfactory. I don't know if an alliance is actually any more than anything, so they don't break the trade agreement with me. I don't know. Let them ask for an alliance if they want. Maybe they give us something for it. I'm not gonna just go for it. It's satisfactory, so we don't need to pay. That's good. Okay, wonderful. Wonderful offer. Yeah, so they would be willing to get a military alliance. I'm not gonna. They're already at war with the Carlist, but I don't know if they're gonna get at war with anybody else. I don't want to get at war with anybody right now. Military access would have been. We might come to an agreement. So what about if I give you... So this might actually work. So I can send soldiers through their lands. Let's do it. Okay. Okay, that's good. Request join war. Okay, we're not gonna join against the Carlists right now. So we didn't find anybody else, as you can see. Once we pass turn, I don't know if it will give us a way or not. Normally, when you get a trade route, it shows you neighbor countries, but this didn't. I mean, because we're trading by land, probably, with them. We have this port that is maxed out, actually, level 5. And this gives you... See if I can... No. Can I would like to... Yeah, this is what I want. Okay, a ton of wealth, blah, blah, blah. It gives us +4 to possible trade routes. So we can trade with 4 different factions by sea. The thing is that we don't know any right now. Even though we have a trade going here, we can't see Portugal, which is a pity. I'm going to pass the first turn, though, to make sure that they don't appear. If they don't appear, what I will do is destroy this building and build something that is going to give me an agent. So I can move him around and see if I can trade with someone else. Because now I'm not going to attack the liberals. It makes no sense. And we already got the... how much money are we getting? Well, not much. We were at 1100. 293, which is peanuts, really. Peanuts. We're not getting much money per turn. But we do have a stone, though. So now, actually, we can build more things. So, if we want to upgrade the city, it gives us unlocks an additional construction slot, which would be very handy. Consumes food 12. And that's pretty bad because we are at +18, I think. So that would actually leave us pretty low. It costs 20,000 and it 24 turns. My goodness. So fortification consumes only 1 more food. Naval bombardment, blah blah. More repression. +1 to the number of light field gun units available. +1 to the number of medium field guns units available. So we have a cap in artillery as well, and is capped with this. We can upgrade the infantry academy 25,000, guys. So it's just half the what we have. And this unlocks 2 units, 368, 369, 10. So this unlocks riflemen, for what I see, and the Black Watch, which with their skirts and all that. Well, the Cameron Highlanders also have their skirts. So I don't know. Well, industrial farm. This is that 12 or 32? Is that 32,000? 30 turns? For 10 food. Holy cow. Well, you can see how expensive it is. So you have to think very carefully what you're gonna do. What you gonna do when they come for you, bad boys, bad boys. Yep. Well, so... Well, shoot. I think we need to upgrade the city. It's gonna take 24 turns, so maybe we don't see it in this this campaign. But holy cow. Yeah, that will give us 1 extra building slot that eventually we're gonna need it. We're gonna be able to trade with more people eventually, so let's see. I might just leave it now and pass on first to see if we unlock any other factions to trade. Because if we get more income, I mean, I'm gonna do it. because I'm gonna spend the money though. If I don't do it now, I'm gonna spend the money and then I won't be able to do it. Consumes food 8. Food, it's only +4, sorry. I thought it was 12. And we are at +18 right now. Now, I don't think, if I remember correctly, if we recruit units, we don't spend food with that. Yeah, it's only the money. So I'm gonna get the cheapest right now, because I just want them for the public order to get this up. And I don't know if I should actually. This also gets locked once you move it. The tax slider is I think it's for 2 or 3 turns you won't be able to change it again, so you don't spam on it going to the max, and before there's a revolt then you turn it down. So you don't cheese it that way. And I've never done it until Izzy mentioned it. I actually didn't really realize about this, but to avoid cheesing it, this gets locked. So if I move it now, I won't be able to change it in a couple turns. Now the only thing is that if I don't move, I don't know how much it affects me. So I don't know. I'm just gonna leave it like that for now. But I'm gonna recruit some units. They are not pretty bad. They have a morale 6, melee attack and defense 4 and 4. Reload the skill 20, accuracy 16, ammunition 30. I think this is very similar to the provincial line that the liberals and the other factions have. Actually, no. I think it's 2014. 20 reload, accuracy 14 for the line. So it would be like the grenadiers, maybe. Well, I don't know. I don't remember. But they are not that bad. I'm gonna get, it's only 60 per turn, so I'm gonna get 3 for now, just to get public order under control. It takes 2 turns as well. So let's pass the first turn, and I'm gonna do this, so I don't spend all the money. And we passed our first turn. Let me check one thing. Well, yeah, 32 minutes. I was checking that. Just checking that the recording is all going well and how long I was going. I didn't look at my watch. 32 minutes, guys. Instead of gameplay, I should say this is a podcast, because I'm just talking here like a... But anyway, we're introducing the mod, so I think it's all right. I did everything, right? We have the technology, we did the recruit, blah, 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 trade, etc. So let's pass turn. The first turn of many, hopefully. There are the Carlists and the liberals. They're at war, so there's gonna be a lot of movement in there. Let's hope that I don't know why we probably have some Windows updates or something, that every time I record the total FOTS I have a Windows update and it screws up my recording. My goodness. Okay, total FOTS, the Carlist Wars. Welcome visit the total forum, blah blah blah, 3W. But I recommend that you check the mod Discord. The Discord is also, there's a ton of stuff in there, and Izzy posts a ton of things. Modding team, testers, my Patreon supporters, etc. You can check his Patreon and help him. If you like this and you have a few coins a month, you can support him on Patreon. He will certainly be thankful for that. And remember that all this is made by himself. He's one person doing it. So this is one of the reasons the mod is so special, because he just goes by his criteria and he has very cool ideas. A ton of stuff in the works. But anyway, let's check. We didn't get any other news, and unfortunately we still cannot trade with anybody. So I'm gonna do what I told you that I was gonna do. I'm gonna destroy this building. This gave us 3 happiness, but the next turn I will have +3. I think it's +3. Why is this going down? Because of this, right? I don't see. Yeah, modernization +3, so I guess it was +2 before. But it's gonna take 20 something plus turns to kick that one in. So I think we're gonna be alright. Repression 1 by our leader. Let's meet our leader. George de Lacy Evans. +1 to morale, blah 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 blah. +1 to repression in provinces where this one. Oh, so if we take this guy away, we are lost. From lost to the river. We say in Spanish. De perdidos al río. Let's I'm gonna wait then. One more turn and we will get these 3 to make sure. But I think the units are +1 to happiness. But I know the for the other factions the Provincial line gives you +2, which are the lowest, the cheapest and the lower stats. They gives you +2, while the line and all the other units gives you +1. So I'm gonna see if this geomanry gives you +1 or +2 to see what wiggle room we have after that. So we're just gonna pass another turn because there's nothing else to do. Nothing else to do. Let's go. This is turn 2. Turn 3 now. First Carlist War. Once again, succession presented a problem in the Spanish monarchy. After 3 marriages and no heir, Ferdinand VII wed once again after becoming a widower. Did you kill her? Had no children. Until that moment, his brother Carlos, here it is, was next in line to the throne, and he had big pretensions. A soap opera was beginning in the Spanish royal family, and a new episode in war was underway. And it's crazy because this guy was already like 60 years old, and yeah, let's go to war and get the population to starve and kill each other and all that shit. Pardon my French. While if I get to the throne, I'm gonna be there for 2 years. I'm gonna die. But anyway, yeah, Spain is different. We already saw that. Quartermaster's report. We have our units. So how are we? +6. So it's giving us +2 actually. No? Yes or no? It was even. Yes, it was even. I was thinking +1, but no, it was even. Our leader gave us 1, but we were at 0. So each unit, each geomanry is giving us +2. It doesn't say here, you won't be able to see it anywhere. Morale, blah blah blah. We have more morale because of our leader. Yeah, it doesn't say the garrison, or maybe it says in here, but you can't read it. Maybe because I have the screen resolution in 2K. It could be. Alright. So no. In that case, yeah, I'm gonna destroy this building. They give us +3. But I cannot recruit any agents, so I'm gonna break that. Break it down! And next turn I will build something and get, I don't know, an assassin or a... I don't remember what was the other one. So we need one more turn to start recruiting some cannons. Now, what else do we recruit? We're gonna be +3. These 3 geomanry, I think I'm gonna leave them here forever and ever. But we're gonna start building our army. We can recruit. We have 3 slots. All these are 2 turns. I think if I remember correctly, the artillery is gonna be 4 turns though. So I wanted my sappers, that they are great. They are expensive though. But I want 1 of sappers for sure. 110. Yeah, it's only 20 more than. And I guess my foot infantry, let me see the stats. 24 reload skill, 22 accuracy, 30 ammo. They're pretty good actually, the foot infantry. Now, since we don't know the cap right now, I don't know what's the cap that I have. I'm gonna get the sappers because I want the sappers before the cap kicks in. I don't know if I should grab one of these each you know, just to have them so we can see them later in battle. Foot Grenadier, reload the skill 24, accuracy 20. So these guys have more morale. Melee attack is 7 and 4, but they are not that great. I mean, reload the skill 24, accuracy 20. So the foot infantry is better in accuracy. They are 22. So melee attack 6, defense 4, 6, 4, 6, 4, 7, 4. I mean, only one stat up it makes a big difference, really, in this mode. But I mean, it's not that big of a deal if you can outnumber, right? So if you have 1 foot grenadier fighting 2 foot infantry, the foot infantry will win, no matter what. I'm trying to remember the other factions. The line, I think the line grenadier, provincial line grenadier, they also have 7. I don't remember right now, damn it. But this foot infantry is pretty good, and they are much cheaper to recruit and to maintain. The Highlanders, so let's see. Reload the skill 24, accuracy 21. So 1 less accuracy, but they have 1 morale and 1 melee attack more. So they are pretty balanced, you could say, and it's only 5 coins more. So Cameron Highlanders is pretty good, actually. Skirmishers, they have a bigger range, but they're only 120 men. 25 more meters. Reload the skill not as good. I mean, 20 is very, very far, but accuracy 40, which is pretty nice. This is reload 24, accuracy 24. Melee attack 5, melee defense 4. So the foot fusilier, foot infantry, 24, 24, 24, 22, 7, 6, 4, 7, 5, 4. So they are not as good in melee, but they are better in accuracy. And it costs 110. And then the Gordon Highlanders, 874, 24, 21. So they are similar to the other Highlanders. What's the difference though? 874, 874, 24, 21, 24, 21. Range 100, range 100. So they are the same, but they are more expensive. I don't see any other difference. 24, 21, 30. 24, 21, 30. Yeah. They have exactly the same stats, but this one, they are cheaper and less upkeep cost. So the only thing would be to see them in battle, but nothing else. And the foot grenadier, we already saw that. 874. 874, so yeah. 1 morale, 1 attack more. 24, 22, 30. 24, 20, 30. So these are better morale and better in melee, but they are not as good in accuracy. 20 to 22. Okay. Okay, but for now, I'm gonna go for the foot infantry. And the only thing is that next turn, then I won't be able to recruit. Oh, that's the cap. I can only recruit 2. Well, that's it. Okay, let me see. If I recruit, yeah, only 2. Shit. Now I don't know if it's gonna be. It's 2 of each, or yeah, I guess it's 2 of each. So I will be recruiting all of them, I guess, because we don't have, yeah, 2. Yeah. Only 2 of each. I guess only the geomanry. Yeah, we have more geomanry, thank goodness. So, well, guys, that's it. Here, thinking about what, it doesn't matter, because I'm gonna have to recruit them all to have an army of any size. So, I think I'm gonna recruit only these two. I'm gonna leave one slot, because next turn we will be able to start with the cannons, and that takes like 4 turns. So I want to do it as soon as possible and get... The only thing is that if I go for cannons, 2 cannons, I have to recruit them at the same time. Well, anyway, that's it. We are destroying that building. Let's go forward. I'm gonna have to finish the episode soon, or it's gonna be over an hour already. Sorry, but I'm checking and learning as we go as well with this faction that I haven't played before. Construction complete. Cannon range. There we are. Okay. So now, the cannon range, you can see, we can go for a field artillery range, expand it, and then we would be able to get... can I... Please? From... Ah! No, don't go. I want to go to the card. Well, we can't go to the card. We have those two. 6 pounders and 9 pounders. Or we can go for siege artillery, and then we have 32 pound siege cannons and 12 pound siege mortar. And I prefer this. Minus 1% to the cost of recruiting artillery in this province. That's good. It consumes food 2. Food 1. How are we doing on food right now? Plus 21. Plus 21, that is gonna be eventually 4 less than that. Now, how many turns? 8 turns. So I could recruit 2 cannons, but I only have a space for 1. So I'm gonna recruit 1 cannon right now, 1 6 pounder. 4 turns. Boom. Oh, this gave us 2 slots. Sorry, it gave us 1 slot extra. I didn't see that. Recruitment capacity units in training plus 1. I didn't see that. Ah, the details. So I'm gonna recruit both right now. Yes. And that's all that we have. That's everything available. So 2 cannons. 2 of everything except the geomanry. Alright. So next turn, this will start kicking, right? I don't even need to wait for next turn, because shit, pardon my French. This will take 8 turns to build. In the meantime, if I go like this, I'm still recruiting. So in 4 turns, I already get my cap. I wouldn't be able to recruit anything else anyway. I will have my 2 cannons, and 4 turns later, I will get the ability to recruit the siege cannons. Because once you get this, you won't be able to get the 6 pounders anymore. Alright, so that's done. We have 16,000 right now in our wallet. And we don't have any more building recruitment slots. So what do we get here? We have cottage industry, no. Courthouse, it gave us intelligence agent. Plus one to repression in this province. Put 1. And we can recruit 1 agent. Or we can go... this actually gave us 1 levy infantry for defense. I don't think we are gonna need any defense though. And we have a level 2 fortification. We are pretty well. And it's 14,000. And this gets the assassin. Minus 1 to modernization. We want modernization actually, yeah, to improve in here, so we can go down eventually. Minus 1 to the cost of recruiting and nothing else. And this one gives us the courtesan. Plus 90 wealth, plus 1 happiness. So this gives you a courtesan happiness and money. And if we go this way, we have repression, spread of influence. That I haven't seen that makes much difference until now in the campaign. And we get the intelligence agent. Now, eventually, I think if you build these buildings up, you can get a trainer from the port, the trading port. No, it's a military port. Sorry, to get a trainer for your units and all that. But we don't have a military training anyway, so doesn't matter. I think I'm gonna go with the courtesan because it gets more wealth as well. Our wealth has gone down from 1900, I think it was, yeah, to 1600 now. That's why we get less tax. So I think I'm gonna go for that, and we get courtesans, hopefully. I hope that this build is working well, because with the previous build I was having an issue with Portugal that I couldn't recruit some agents for some reason. So let's get that. It's gonna take 4 turns. Alright, so let's keep kicking the can. We don't have, yeah, we haven't discovered anything. Well, I have a military agreement though. So I wonder if I could just send a unit around. The only thing is that yeah, because I'm at peace. Instead of waiting for the agent, send how long is it gonna take? 1, 2, 3, 4 turns. So this is Spain liberals. Okay, that's already Portugal. So maybe if I come all the way here, I would discover the faction and I would be able to trade with them. And then I can start moving somewhere else. Something to consider. Let me see, because okay, I'm gonna get more units. Next turn I'm gonna get these 2. So public order is gonna be alright. I think I'm gonna send one of these guys out. Yeah, to get to France and all that is gonna take a million years, unfortunately. Wow. We are in turn 4, so that would be turn 8 by the time it gets here, because then some of these regions are gonna be lost. Yeah, let's move it over there. Since we have access.
Destination reached.
Destination and no. Let me see I didn't see the units for the
service.
all right. Yeah, let's do that. We're still good. Oh, yeah, it's +2 each unit. Okay, well, we're good. Let's forward to glory. Forwards to glory. The Carlist. Did the Carlist get Cantabria already? They always do that. They take it from the liberals. Spring! And now look at that. Look at this map. Shivering beauty rises my spirit higher. The Herald of Spring. Winter dress units will get penalties and longer to recruit. You see? Now 6 turns of spring. And then we have another 6 turns of summer. So we will be able to recruit the summer dress units that are the only ones available right now. Until then. Then during the winter, it will take very, very long to recruit them. So we have our sappers now. The income is going down because of the unit, so we have to take that into consideration now that I think about it. Unless I can find someone else to trade. They're very friendly now. So let's go.
Ready for orders.
Ready for order. Go and find me someone to trade. Thank you.
Supplies.
Gathering supplies. Yeah, because this is gonna take another 3, and then I have to recruit her. Yeah, it's gonna take 4 more turns, and that would be turn 8 already. Anyway, as soon as we have rebels around, I think we're gonna go and try to take them out. But that would be for the next episode. Okay, Now, one thing to consider, the cannons is 230 each. So that's gonna be 460, almost half of my income right now. So I can't really recruit a million units. This is 90. So I'm gonna recruit this one. How are we doing now? +4. But eventually this army will have to move. But I need to leave the geomanry behind though. So my army right now only consists of is gonna consist on 2 foot infantry, 1 sappers and 2 cannons. And that's it. And how much is this guy? 90. So that's 460, 500 something. I have like 500 left. So I guess I'm gonna recruit the next less expensive, the Cameron Highlanders, and we're gonna have a couple of these, and then we might have one more of something, and then it's just geomanry. I mean, unless we find some more trade, nothing else. I think I'm gonna go one. I want to have an army ready by the time we can start conquering something else, but I also need the income. Let's grab it. We'll see what we do later. And I guess we're gonna pass another turn because there's nothing else to do. 9 more turns for that. Nobody else to trade. Let's go ahead. I think we are at an hour already in the video. We're gonna go a little longer. But videos longer than 1 hour, a lot of people don't even click on it because it's too long. The thing is too long. 45 minutes is tops would be the best.
At your command.
But a ton of things to talk about, right? Okay, let's go.
At once. Finding shelter.
Finding shelter. We still don't find anybody here. What happened? I hope they like us enough to trade. Because the Miguelist actually will be unhappy with the liberals. The Portuguese liberals are natural allies, you could say, with the Spanish liberals. But these are the closest, so it's gonna take
Ready for battle.
to get near. I can't go this way because this is they're not gonna let me. To get near that's gonna take a million years. So no, it's gonna have to be the Portuguese. 2 more turns to get that. So another. But look at the map, by the way, that I forgot to tell you. If you remember when we started in winter, so dark and all that fog that you can't see anything. Look at this now. That is so bright, so beautiful. Everything's so green. And the skies are bluish. When we get into summer, that is not going to be in this episode, but you're going to see that the map also gets very, very dry. These areas like in Almeria. Almeria is down here. Almeria is a desert. A ton of cowboy movies were filming there, actually. During the summer, you would see that this expands a ton in the south of Spain. And it's gonna get also very like desertic look like, and all that, and much brighter and dry. And then when we get into autumn, it's all gonna have like an orange tint to it and all that. Well, you will see it, but just to point it out how well done it is and how beautiful and how it helps for the immersion too, right? That it's a living world that it develops as you play and all that. And stop talking, Dario, coño, move forward. We want to see the gameplay, not a podcast. Ole, mi niño! There goes the liberals. going to fight. Look at how many agents they have already. Please come to see me. I want to discover you and trade. They are busy with their Portuguese things. Alright. More quartermasters report. We have Cameron Highlanders and etc. We have almost no money, no income left. One more turn and we will be able to recruit a courtesan. Hopefully it works. And we don't have enough money for all the other stuff. Anyways, Giovanni, move forward. This is still Spain, right? Yes.
Orders received.
Please.
Journey
Yes.
completed.
Faction encountered. Miguelis, trade with me. Cannot trade. Bloody hell. Pardon my everything. And they are enemies of the... Why don't you show me the ones that you are enemies to? What does he say? The full capacity. No, how about... They're unfriendly, of course. How about you... You're not... you are trading with the liberals. Trade with me. Trade embargo with Spain. And... Oh, and I can't... I cannot... yeah. It's unacceptable, of course, because it's the only trade that they have. My goodness! Damn it! Well... So much for that, right?
Sir.
Sir! Come back home. I mean, I could send him north and eventually, I don't know, maybe he's gonna get stuck in Madrid or where helping the liberals fighting rebels and die. But I prefer you come back actually and reinforce
On the move, sir.
for the public order. Well, that was very, very shitty. What a fiasco. And I can't do anything else, so we're gonna move one more turn at least. Yeah, one more turn. The Spanish doing the Spanish things, like kicking each other in the balls. That's what we do in Spain. Oh, I'm from this region. I'm from another. Well, I speak another dialect, and this is my... Yeah, we are like in medieval society still. We are not where we are. I don't know. You have to be Spanish to understand. I guess it happens everywhere, right? Lo mío primero. Thus. The French will have an uprising as well, and the Bourbon monarchy rebels will rise soon. I don't know what turn we are. 8 or 9 already, right? Construction complete. Public space. So, yes, we can recruit a female agent. 500. Kaboom. Now, well, I don't know if this female agent actually costs money. Does it cost money? I don't think I ever look at this. Construction, military, agent actions, upkeep. I don't know if I think they do cost money. Let me click on her.
What do you wish of me?
What do you wish of me? It doesn't say. Francis is a courtesan. This Izzi eventually will change that, I guess, but all the female agents have male names, and all the male agents have female names, which is, I don't know. I think it's not on purpose, right? Izzi? It's very funny. We have a blondie. We have a blondie, British blondie, hija de la Gran Bretaña. This is gonna go and try to get some trade around. Can you move?
To your
Yes.
command.
Come back home.
Make haste, ma'am.
Yes, make haste. So, our cannons, we have our cannons, yes. So now we have 500 left income, which is almost nothing. I'm not gonna recruit anything else. I'm gonna wait until we get the siege artillery to get at least one mortar. Hopefully 2, and that's gonna be it. That's gonna be my armies for now. Unless I can get more income somewhere, somehow. Agent recruited, construction complete. Yeah, we already saw all that. Okay. You. So I'm gonna have to do that. Now, this wind public space, if we upgrade a bar, isn't this what we did before? It doesn't give you any agents though, so I'm not gonna go that way. A small deposit. This gives us more trade, which is actually good for the port, I think. I don't remember if it's the deposit or the market. And then we have the hostel. Now, none of these give us more courtesans though. So we have one agent and that's it. That's it, guys. Okay, plus 150 wealth. Now this is giving us 90. So it's almost, I don't know if it's 150 more or from 90 to 150, which is pretty bad. Plus 2 happiness. That would help, so we can send actually we have a pretty nice garrison in there. Some of this geomanry we could take with us to attack whenever we do. We have a market plus 3 happiness. This is even better. The food, it consumes less food. Plus 4 per turn to growth from trade. That's nice. Only plus 100 wealth though, instead of 150. And the small deposit, plus 1 per turn to town growth, plus 200 wealth. Plus 1 food. This is plus 1 food, the same. I thought the bar would give us another courtesan. This is plus 1 happiness, plus 2 happiness. Plus 4 per town growth. This is plus 4. Plus 1, plus 2. I think I'm gonna go for the market. 3 happiness. 2 happiness. This is no happiness. I think I'm gonna go for the market. More sake now! Let's do it. And I'm already down to 12,000. I won't be able to build any more barracks or stuff ever again in the campaign. Anyway, how are we? Let me see. 6. So this is turn. I think it's turn 6 or 7. I'm gonna leave it here because we are way over 1 hour. I hope you guys enjoy it. This army. Next episode, I guess you can see that the turns will fly. Right now, we don't have with only one region. We will go forward until the uprising and the liberals lose some regions. If we lose the trade with them, then we are bankrupt. We have to dismantle units or directly attack like crazy. So this is a stone. Cadiz has what? Nothing. I don't know. I will have to attack one of these. Probably Cadiz, because they have a... What is this port though? A trade dock. So they are going with trade as well. This, I guess, give us more trade lines. And maybe getting Cadiz, we can unlock some other factions to trade. Hopefully, I don't know. I don't know which one. We will see. What is the value of this guy? 706. Where's the value of this? 893, but it's going down. I don't know. We will see. We will have to expand no matter what before eating ourselves the coffers, right? With the, I'm not gonna recruit anybody else. This is the army that we have. But anyway, thank you very much for watching, guys. I hope you enjoy it. If you did, smash that like button, and Let me know in the comments what you think. Remember that the custom battles mod is open to public. Check the video description. All the links are there. Steam Workshop, ModDB. You can try that with all these factions. Hopefully we have a battle. I don't know if next episode we'll have it, but very soon. And yeah. Thank you very much. Please take care, be safe, and I hope to see you soon with the next one. See you later, alligator.